everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a makeup look with this palette. This is from I Heart Revolution or Makeup Revolution, and this is the Macaroon palette. I was so excited to get this palette because these colors are so beautiful and they're just really speaking to me. These greens and blues and teals and mints are just some of my favorite eyeshadows, and honestly I feel like there's just not enough blues and green eyeshadows in the world, so this is just a really fun and in my opinion a very unique palette. So I'm going to show you guys how I did this look and let you guys know what I think about this palette. Okay, as always, I've already primed my eyes with my e.l.f. eyelid primer, and now I'm just going to get started. I really want to try out a lot of these colors, so I'm probably going to use a lot of them. The first one I'm going to use is this one right here. It's just a matte, light kind of tan color. This one is called Almonds, and I'm going to take that on a larger fluffy brush, and I'm going to start by applying that into the crease area and blending that upward to the brow bone. It's a pretty similar color to my skin tone, so you probably can't see very much, but it's actually a pretty good one. I like this one so far. I can actually tell it's doing something and not just one of those nothing kind of colors. And I don't always do this, but sometimes it's nice to just kind of set the primer just a little bit, but I don't like to set the entire eye. I just like to do the top portion of my lid because I have hooded lids. I find that sometimes this helps to make the shadow blend a little bit better, but I like to leave the lid with just the whatever eyeshadow color I'm going to be using. That way it really sticks to that primer. Next I'm going to use this color here. It's just a bit of a darker, warm matte brown color. This one is called Baked with Love, and again I'm going to use the same brush and just pack that on the outer portion of my lid and blend that into the crease. And with that same color, I'm just taking a slightly smaller brush and buffing that more into the crease so I can get a little bit more of a precise application. I'm going to take more of that color, Baked with Love, and run that on the lower outer lash line and keep that mainly on the outer half. Now I want to get into some of these greens. I think first I want to start with this lightest one here. It's a very light, almost like minty shimmer color. This one is called Coconut. I'm going to just take that on a flat shader and I'm going to put this in the inner corner area. It's kind of like a little highlight. Ooh, that is so pretty. Okay, I love that color. And I'm gonna repeat the same thing on this side. It's one of those colors that like almost looks like it glows. It's like that like glow stick kind of color. Next I'm gonna take the color just below that. That one is called Dessert, and I'm gonna apply that on the inner portion of my lid. And then I'm going to take my finger and just kind of press that on a little bit more to bring more of that shine back. I feel like this just helps so much. Like that made such a difference in my opinion. This side with the finger application, this side with just the brush, I feel like it just makes all of the difference. Next I'm going to use the color right below that one. That one is called Icing, and I'm going to keep that one mainly on the outer portion of my lid. I'm going to take a little bit more of that matte brown color and just kind of blend that more into the outer portion, just to kind of blend that green and that warm brown together. Next I'm going to take this color here. This one is called Sweet Treat, and I'm going to pop that on the lower lash line. And so far that's it for the eyes. I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup and come back and share with you guys the final look. Okay, so here's the eyes up close with the rest of my makeup on. I really love how this makeup look turned out. I'm a huge fan of greens and stuff, so this just is such a pretty color combination in my opinion. And then on my lips, I'm just wearing my NYX lip liner in the color Natural, and I'm wearing the I Heart Revolution Salted Caramel Lip Gloss. I really love this color. It smells so good, and I feel like it's just the perfect lip gloss color for me. So all the colors that I used today, I used about 7 of them. Ended up using this color Coconut, this color Almond. I used a little bit of Sweet Treat and Nom Nom on the lower lash line. I ended up building up that one just a little bit. What else did I use? I used Baked with Love, and then I used this color Icing and Dessert. Really pretty colors. I can't wait to use even more of these. Like I said with the violet one, I feel like you could do a lot of stuff with this one. You could do a super neutral kind of look with those. You could do an all green look. There's just so many really pretty things, and I actually really enjoyed using this palette. I felt like it blended pretty well, super pigmented, really nice and easy. Again, not too much fallout with this. Like I said, I kind of like to tap my brush in just a little bit to the pan, and I really didn't have any problem with it being super powdery or like really fallouty or anything like that. So that's a really good thing. You get this huge mirror in here, which like I can see my entire face and actually do my makeup with. So that's really nice thing if you're like traveling or you just don't have like a makeup set setup or anything, the mirror is actually super nice. The only thing is I would say I feel like there are two colors that are very similar in this one, and that's this color here, Baked with Love, and then this other color here. This one's called Heavenly Bite. I think they're both like a warm matte brown, and they're just slightly different, and I always kind of hate it when they put such similar shades in a palette. And even though you get like a tons of shadows in here, I just like each and every one to be like a specifically different eyeshadow. This one is another one that's kind of similar to those three, but this one's just a tiny bit on the more neutral side. But overall, yeah, those are really just the only two colors I see that are very similar, and you probably could have gotten away with just one of those and then given us another cool color. Or if they wanted to give like a super dark brown, that would have been a nice option as well. But otherwise, I feel like this is a really pretty palette. This is, again, another one I have really thoroughly enjoyed. And one thing I forgot to mention that I wanted to start doing was kind of showing how I envision this palette looking better, but just rearranging them in a way that makes sense to me. I find that a lot of these palettes just either have a really weird color combination, or it just looks weird because it's so like randomly thrown together, like color wise. So I'm gonna start doing this thing where I show you a photoshopped version of how I think the palette would make a lot more sense how it's laid out, and just kind of show you a before and after of that. I feel like it's still not perfect, but at least for me, I feel like I like this layout a lot more. It makes it look a lot more cohesive and a lot more well thought out, and it also kind of shows you how similar a lot of these colors look when they are placed right next to each other. So I can't wait to play with this palette more and play with all the other palettes that I have. I haven't decided which one's going to be my next palette to try out, but so far I really did like this one. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, link is below. And until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.